Tale of the tape. Ibragim Navruzov, the elder by 7 years. Mokaev enjoys a little bit of a height advantage. These fighters did not take their eyes off one another during the introductions. The intensity and hype in this building. Tension is palpable. Here we go. It is one of those pin drop moments. There is a palpable intensity. Mokaev not just a dominant wrestler, but also has some serious hands. A little bit of an overextension there from Navruzov. Both these men very wide stances. Mokaev just shifting the hips, letting his opponent know that should he choose to, there's a kick in the chamber. Who's going to pull the trigger first? And
he's shifting those hips, Phil, to try and see what reaction he gets from his opponent. His opponent is not, in fact, circling away from him. He may fire that kick off in very short order. There it was.
Just skims the leg of Navruzov with the kick, does Mokaev.
That kick was just a little bit low, but entirely unintentional. No harm, no foul.
So far, Navruzov hasn't quite found the mark with that 1-2. He's tried a couple of times.
Watching the Punisher on tape and fighting the Punisher are very different things.
Has been perfect so far in his mixed martial arts career. His last fight was a fantastic test for him against a fellow IMAF world champion in Abdul Hussein. He won that fight via unanimous decision back at Brave 49. And that was the type of fight, Carrick, that really showed just how class and act Mokaev is.
And how deep his heart is. He had to dig down for that one, and it was there for him.
Navruzov employing smart movement, doesn't want to be a static target for someone like Mokaev. Nice kick right up the middle from Mo.
One to the body, one to the leg, probably one coming up to the head before too long. We heard the noise of that one again, entirely unintentional. It did make one heck of a noise.
That's one of those kicks that it's a dull thud of a kick, and usually the duller the thud of a kick, you know that it landed square on the cup.
Navruzov has up to 5 minutes in order to recover. Looks like he's a little bit ticked off at his opponent.
Need to see a replay of that to see just how much force it landed with.
Here we've got our Green Hill replay, and there it was.
Again, not entirely conclusive. May need to see that in super slow motion. But a kick to the groin, it's like a car crash. You know, you shouldn't be watching it, but you feel like you have to. You can't take the eyes away from it. But as you say, a full 5 minutes to recover.
One of the things, Phil, that I advocate for in this sport is a protective cup made out of metal. That's the standard Muay Thai. The Thai fighters actually traditionally used coconut shells tied on with rope. We, of course, now have more modern technology. Most people, the majority of people, wear plastic, but that metal cup from Thailand is absolutely the way to go in the sport because accidental low blows like this do happen.
Mokaev does not look impressed. I think he's intimating that there's perhaps a little bit of gamesmanship going on the part of Navruzov here. If we could, I'd like to see that again. Just maybe slow down a little bit to see how conclusive that shot was.
Navruzov has now run through perhaps half the time he has available to him. If he feels like he's unable to continue and the ringside official and the referee agrees that he's unable to continue, then we would likely go to a no contest because that was, I believe everybody agrees, an accidental low kick.
Yeah, it was more so the movement of Ibragim moving backwards, Mokaev moving forwards, completely unintentional, as you say. Mokaev keeping nice and loose in the cage. As far as he's concerned, this fight is still a go. Navruzov being attended to by our cage side physicians. Mokaev in the neutral corner, no coaching allowed in situations such as these.
Navruzov did briefly, it appeared, try to stand up onto his feet. Did not complete that. Obviously, if you can't stand, you can't fight. But my sovereign hope is that he is able to stand in very short order. And here we're getting a look at that low kick, and it was low.
Yeah, the laces of the foot, if we were talking about football, it's kind of slapped into that area, and you can see the instant reaction, and you can see the disdainful look on the face of Mohamed Mokaev when it landed.
Brave Nation, as we'd said, these blows do not happen by accident. A foot is low, it's on the ground by definition. In order to get it above the waist, it has to pass through that groin region, and sometimes both fighters' footworks don't meld quite right. The kick does not go where you intended it to go, and it does hit low. It's one of my least favorite parts about this sport, but it does happen.
Things always look a little bit worse and a little bit dramatic in super slow motion. So I think the referee just called the fight off. I think the referee made the signal, the X signal.
Brave Nation, it appears that our referee has determined the fighter, after a 5-minute rest period, has determined that the fighter cannot go on. If that is the case, and the referee believes that that kick was unintentional, the bout will be declared a no contest.
That's it.
And I hope we have a rematch.
That's it. Mohamed Mokaev is angry at his opponent. He feels there's a little bit of gamesmanship going on here. He's now speaking to the corner. He's not a happy young man at all.
The Punisher is not impressed. Referee is explaining his decision, explaining that he does not believe the fighter can continue.
It looks like this fight's gonna be declared a no contest.